Welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner here on Beaver County Radio, WBVP, WNBA. Tonight we're at Vesuvio's Pizza in Center Township, and what a menu this place has. We're going to talk more about that. Hoagies, pizza, everything you can think of. And this place is way bigger and nicer than I ever thought it was, and we're excited to be here. Tonight is a Central Valley Warrior night. We're here with Coach Mark Lyons and 5 of his captains. We'll get to the kids later, but first we're going to talk to head coach Mark Lyons. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Coach, I'm sure some of the kids know, some hopefully they know. You've been around a while. You're getting to be one of the veterans in the area. You've coached at Monaca in the past. You coached at Mount Pleasant for a few years. Now at Central Valley for the last 13, I believe it is.
That's correct.
You've got a great history of championships, not only WPL championships, but state championships. And now, congratulations, a member of the Beaver County Hall of Fame to be coming up pretty soon. Or is it already?
It was already in the spring.
It was already in the spring. So congratulations, you're a Hall of Famer.
Appreciate it.
First, let's ask about that. I mean, state titles, WPL titles, personal things, family. I know you've got kids, so a lot of accomplishments in your life. But being a member of a Hall of Fame has to mean something to you.
Yeah, obviously that just you've done enough body of work to be appreciated by your peers and the sports people in the area to recognize you. So, it's a culmination of a lot of group of people that you work with, work together to get you to this point. Obviously, you've been fortunate enough to have a lot of great assistant coaches,
right?
And obviously, you have to have players. I think anybody will tell you that. I guess I've stood the test of time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, and you may not remember this, but I certainly do. One of my first years, I think it was my first year when we, back in the old Nauticom sports days, we did Monaca and Rochester at back then it was Three River Stadium.
Yeah, it was Three
and
River
they said to
Stadium.
me, well, hey, you're going to be interviewing the coaches at halftime, and said, okay, you got Mark Lyons, get him at the half. Well, you guys were down at the half, and I remember you weren't too happy to talk to me, but you were my first interview ever.
Well, good. That's
how about that? I interviewed a Hall of Famer.
I appreciate that. Obviously, I didn't treat you too bad.
No, you were okay. You're just you're a little gnarly when you're losing, which I don't blame you. So much to talk about with Central Valley. I saw you guys last week. It's like a well-oiled machine. The one thing that I was impressed about is you guys don't hurt yourself too much with dumb penalties. Your coaches at all times are in groups talking to people. It seems like there's a lot of organization before the game with groups of players. You guys all come onto the field at the same time. Players are supporting each other, and that comes from coaching and getting the kids to buy into what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate that. And again, hats off to our coaching staff. They understand how we need to run things and what it looks like on a Friday night. It's important that every aspect of the game, how you approach the game during the week of the game, pre-game, during the game, post-game, if you're really disciplined and structure, that ends up showing on the field also. That becomes a habit. That becomes part of your DNA.
I've been on the sidelines for a lot of teams, and in some teams you could just see that there are a couple of coaches trying hard and others that don't. And, there's players pouting on the side, and they got to yell at them to be with a group. And I kind of get a feeling if that happens, you're getting told about it at Central Valley.
Yeah.
You gotta go along with your teammates, and it's a team atmosphere.
Absolutely, and our guys know that. It starts with the leadership. Obviously, our captains here that you'll hear from later, they understand when they were young and coming through the system how the older guys wanted everyone to react and play a certain way. Mm-hmm. And have taken that and then passed that on to the next group. And again, I think now we're at a point to where I step back, and it's important the players start manning the ship.
Right.
The players start taking ownership of this football team, and when you get that, you have the capabilities of becoming a good football team.
Now, you've known pretty much nothing but success at Central Valley from the first year there, and you've had some talented players. You've had guys that have gone on to the NFL. Is it harder to, you've been on both sides of it. Is it harder to build a program up and to get to the top, or is it harder to stay on top?
That's a great question. I probably stay in there and striving to be consistent every year, because you got to make sure that whoever walks through that door at the start of the season whether it's a couple new guys on the staff or obviously the next incoming group of freshmen, any new guy that decides to join the team, they're hearing that same message.
Okay.
And they understand that they have to buy in. And if they buy in, everything else seems to take care of itself.
So one thing that I've had some teams where low rosters and freshmen and sophomore play. You've got a bigger roster, and you're one of the teams in the area that you've got some seniors and maybe some juniors that aren't starting. And how do you tell kids that have been with the program for a long time, but other kids are just better players? Do they understand that they're a part-time guy, or they're a guy that could be there when needed, and maybe they're not a superstar? How do they handle it, and you as a coach? Because I imagine that's got to be one of the tougher things.
Yeah, that's not easy for young men and young athletes, both male and female. I mean, because everybody in today's society, it's what are you going to do for me quickly? Yeah. They want a quick feedback. And unfortunately, that's not how life works. And we've all had to grind through the years where I've been passed over for jobs. I wasn't good enough for a job. I didn't get selected for this team. But that makes you a better person. That hardens you, that toughens you up. And then you figure out how to pick yourself up, move forward. And, obviously we're trying to teach them the game of football. We also want to make sure they kind of gather and get some life lessons along the way.
At the end of the day, the game is won or lost. That's 2.5 to 3 hours. But the rest of the time, the practice, the learning, a lot of people, I think your administration gets it, some schools don't. Football is teaching them winning, losing, good and bad. What's going to happen when they're 26 and they lose a job? They're 30 and their kid gets sick. You have to be able to take the highs and lows of life, and sports teaches you that. Yes, there's the academic side. That's important as well, but you're teaching them to be men and how to grow up.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And they go hand in hand. And, I've always said this, being in it a long time now, that you talk to any administration, they tell you the climate of the school is dictated by how the football team starts out.
There's no doubt.
And it kind of permeates in the classroom, permeates throughout the school environment. And when the vibes are good, when everybody's kind of doing the right things, and we don't be asked to be treated any differently than any other student in that school, but our guys are respected because they do give back that respect to other people in the school.
I remember when Central Valley was put together, before it happened, there was a few other schools that were talking about doing it. We've seen Duquesne go under, and then they decided that Monaca and Center would be. And right away, a lot of people were like, oh, my God. Are they going to get along? Is that going to work? What's going to happen there? But it's like it was almost a perfect meld. A lot of people didn't know who was going to be the baseball coach, who was going to be the basketball coach, who was going to be the athletic director. But from everything that I've talked about and said, I don't really hear any negativity. From the very beginning, it seemed like it worked and it was a team atmosphere. But it wasn't just you. It was administration, everything. Because if it wasn't that way, you guys wouldn't know. And it helped to win early and have good athletes, but you had to get communities to meld together too. And I remember in the beginning, everybody was like, oh my God, this really happened. Well, were you surprised that it happened, or did you kind of know that it would be this way?
Well, that was the elephant in the room, the unknown. I mean, this was uncharted waters, but I can say this, and I've been asked numerous times, tell me your best team, tell me the best football team, what team do you remember, got great memories of, and I will always go back to the 2010, the first year, and for one reason and one reason only. There were many adults that weren't happy this was going down as far as.
Of course not.
You're giving up your school colors, you're giving up tradition, and I think a lot of people were hoping that it was going to fail so they can go back.
There's a lot of negativity in people.
Exactly, and unfortunately that's a shame. But those two groups of athletes, Center athletes and Monaca athletes, they put that aside, and they actually put that Central Valley School District on their shoulders. They made it work.
So it was kids.
It was the kids who made it work.
And once that happened in football, it just seemed like it.
Exactly.
Because I remember, I still have pictures of myself and Robert Foster and some other people down there interviewing in the interviewing room. And I remember when you guys won, and I remember all of us in the media just saying to ourselves, man, this really worked down there. It wasn't like we were surprised you guys could win, but we all thought that there might be fighting and infighting and problems from adults on down, but it was the kids that did it.
And the kids did everything, absolutely. And from day one, it brought the best out of both. Because obviously you had two quarterbacks, you had two starters from both teams, but they competed on the practice field. And they made each other better. They respected one another. We had a 10-year anniversary back in 2020, I believe.
Right, okay.
And I tell you what, the attendance was unbelievable.
Right.
And those guys, a lot of them are still close from that team from both Center and Monaco, who they might not have ever crossed paths if this didn't happen. So there was lifelong relationships brought from that merger.
Well, that's our first segment here on the Coach's Corner. We're with Mark Lyons right now. I called him Mike. My name's Mike. I'm Mike Gazadian. We're going to be back. We'll talk to Mark again. The next segment, we're going to have some of his athletes coming on. We've got 5 of the captains coming on here pretty soon. We're at Vesuvio's Pizza here in Center Township, right across from the Ross and next to the Panera. Boy, the pizza's been fantastic. Can't wait to get some more tremendous menu here at Vesuvio's Pizza here on Coach's Corner on Beaver County Radio.
If you're a parent that's already watched plenty of youth baseball or soccer games, you know the value of teamwork. Whether it's the team on the field or your team of family members at home, strengthening that group can pay off in many ways. Keystone Wellness Programs is offering their free Strengthening Families program in Beaver County for families of children ages 10 to 14. Learn how to increase family bonding and communications, all while having fun together. Visit KeystoneWellnessPrograms.org for details.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
The award-winning Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston provides a delicious family dining experience. Grand Valley Inn is a great place for a party or event. They have banquet rooms for small and large gatherings. Fish and Friday night football go great together in Beaver County. The Grand Valley Inn has great fish and seafood specials on Fridays, live music on the weekends through October, and trivia night on Thursdays. Follow Grand Valley Inn on Facebook to keep up with all the fun. That's Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston.
Choose your path at Community College of Beaver County and start learning for real life at a realistic cost. CCBC's 2-year degree programs get you trained and earning a salary in less time and with less debt. Programs in aviation, nursing, education, process technology, criminal justice, and more will prepare you for a real future. You belong here. Apply now or learn more at ccbc.edu.
The pregame show will set the stage for the upcoming game coverage. A pre-career start at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center can set up your high school student for life. I'm Vince Crateri, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center with great news. There is still time for this school year in some of our top earning career training programs, but you must act now. Have your child or grandchild see their school counselor today. Hurry, classroom space is limited, and these prime opportunities are on a first-come, first-served basis. Let the Beaver County CTC open doors for you in the game of life. Click bcctc.org.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
After any big game, people will be talking. This is Ellen Barras from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. The same is true when you get your new vehicle from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Neighbors, friends, and co-workers will notice the new winning style reflected in the car, truck, or SUV you just got from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Located on University Boulevard, across from Robert Morris. Click and save at moonford.com and discover what the talk is all about. Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Hey, Beaver County High School football season is here. Players protect that beautiful smile with a visit to your hometown dentist, Dr. Peter Montini and his team at St. Barnabas Dental. While tackling tooth decay is number one in the game plan, Dr. Montini offers a wide array of services, including custom-fitted athletic mouth guards, clear aligner orthodontics, virtually painless injections, and same-day crowns. Call or text 724-495-3350 to schedule your appointment today. St. Barnabas Dental and Beaver, creating beautiful smiles for life.
At Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, we've helped thousands of former Babcock & Wilcox and J&L Steel employees receive compensation for their asbestos-caused lung cancer or mesothelioma. Since the time from asbestos exposure to disease diagnosis spans decades, many do not realize their illness was caused by asbestos. To find out if you are entitled to compensation, call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX or visit online at gpwlaw.com.
We're back, Coach's Corner, Central Valley Warrior edition of Coach's Corner. We're with Mark Lyons. Next segment, we'll have some of his players. Central Valley off to a pretty good start. You guys had a heck of a game early in the season. A tough test. Now, you know, some coaches take the easy way out and they want the 55-0 blowout, but you chose to let's play a tough team out of state. Is that pretty much because people don't want to play it or because you said we got to get tested early?
I think it's a combination of both. We knew coming into this year that we had some spots to fill, some holes to fill, and we needed some guys to kind of grow up quicker. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to throw them in the fire early on. We wanted to see what we're made of, and you know, not only from our players' standpoint, but from our coaches. You know, we have to figure out how we need to approach this team. So it's a learning experience for everybody. We were fortunate enough to win that game out in Austin Town Fitch,
right.
But then, you know, the following week, that's on me. I don't think we were as prepared as we need to be.
Avonworth, right?
Against Avonworth.
Good team, but still.
Yeah, listen, not taking anything away from Avonworth, but that wasn't our best effort. And again, that's my responsibility as a head coach. So we recognize that, and we had a great following week of practice. We looked each other in the eye and said, we know what we want to look like. We know how to fix this, and we just been putting our head down and just trying to get better every day.
Well, people are looking and they see the pizza and the meatballs, and we're at Vesuvio's Pizza. It's killing me, but I'll eat some later. All the kids are eating here at Vesuvio's. Coach, you had to replace top receiver. You had to replace quarterback. You had to replace running backs. It's tough to replace skill players, but you know some coaches have to replace whole offensive lines. Is it easier to replace skill players because you have skill players coming up, or is it easier to replace offensive and defensive linemen? Most coaches say it starts at the line.
It always starts with the line, but you know we never go into any season kind of saying, "Oh, we have to replace this guy," and we never use it as a crutch.
Right.
We try to play as many guys, regardless of age, regardless of class they're in. We're always trying to build depth, so when it's their turn, whether it's later in the year, the following year, they're ready to step in and fill that void.
Well, a lot of teams won't do that. That's one of my points that I was going to get to is you. Early in the game, you ran 3 different running backs and your quarterback, and you guys did a lot of different things on offense, but all 3 running backs brought something different. You had power, you had speed, you had power and speed. I was especially impressed with the freshman, but the other guys, I thought all 3 brought something to you, and your quarterback. I was extremely impressed with those 4 guys.
Yeah, I mean, they've put the work in, they've put the time in. And, you know, that's something we really concentrate on, not only from that position, but, you know, we even script, you know, we want this guy coming in at this series.
Right.
And we don't wait for the blowout. We know we need to build depth. We know guys can use one series break or one series of breather really is an investment for the rest of the game for them. So come fourth quarter, we've got everybody at our disposal at the top of their game.
Now, do you do the same thing with offensive, defensive linemen, other kids as well? I mean, early in the season, and against certain teams, I can see that. But when you are playing the better teams, the better guys are playing more, or do you rotate a lot of guys no matter who you're playing?
Again, we try to do that regardless of who we're playing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to benefit a young guy, and it gets back to your question to, guys knowing their role and, hey, maybe they're not the starter, but they're going to get an opportunity to be in a rotation. The more we can keep guys involved in our program, not only through practice, but in the game, I think guys are anxious, willing, and happy to come out and play football for us.
What are some of the signs that your team is getting better this year from camp to now? I mean, it seems like it's only a short time ago you guys were putting the pads on in August. Now you're in the middle, late September. You've got 4 games under your belt. Have you seen signs of improvement in areas you thought you needed improvement?
Yeah, obviously, coming into the year, we thought our offensive line was going to be one of our strengths. But just the maturation of not only the quarterback spot, but the skill guys. I think that one took a little longer because they just weren't used to playing with one another.
Okay.
I'm real pleased with how anybody who steps on the field is going to have an opportunity to catch the ball, and we trust them. They trust us. So I've loved that part of how we've grown in that area. Also, on the defensive side, it's the same thing. We'll shuffle guys in and out. We're starting to see guys, the alignment mistakes are very minimal, if any, right now. I think they know where each other fit in the defensive schemes. It's one thing to know your spot, but it's also another thing to know what the guy beside them is doing, or when we call a defense, what's the big picture.
I was impressed when in the first series, like you said, there were 2 running backs that shared the first series, and you guys methodically moved down the field, didn't make many mistakes, run and pass. Your quarterback also runs, and you went in and punched it in the beginning. How important is that as an offense when you get the ball after the other team gives you the ball and you guys go down the field, punch it in at home, and make a statement? Yeah,
that's important because, in the past, we've always been built on a quick strike.
Right.
We've run more plays in this first half of the year that we probably almost run in the entire season at times. So, again, I think the more we get continuity, the more plays we run, the guys get a great feel, and being able to take that drive, execute it right off the script, man, they come off the field with a good feeling. They got a good game plan. They understand what's happening, and then we can make the adjustments when needed.
Before we get to our next break, the one thing I wanted to ask you is, every time I go to a Central Valley game, it doesn't matter who they're playing, big crowd, a lot of support from the community. You got little kids in there, you got mothers, you got fathers, you got grandfathers. There's people that have been coming to games for years, but the support from the community and the school seems huge. A lot of that comes from winning, but it's got to make you feel good as a coach to come there and come on the field and see so many people jamming the stands.
Yeah, I think our Friday nights at Central Valley is pretty unique. From, with the fire trucks when our guys make their entrance, with coming down a ramp and all the little kids with their hands out, they form like this human tunnel, and then also the kids running out with our guys. It's
that's cool.
I think some of our own guys have done that when they were about 7, 8, 9 years old.
And they had the cheerleaders in band. I like the cheerleaders doing that too.
I kind of appreciate it more and more, and especially on a Friday night, I kind of just take it all in because I think that's what's been missing. High school is supposed to have everybody involved. You're supposed to go to your high school activities. That's the way it is. The number of student athletes, students in particular, from band, color guard, players, cheerleaders, student section. We probably have 70% of our student population.
Exactly. Teachers, parents.
Yeah, absolutely. So and the whole population of the student bodies there on Friday, that's what it's supposed to be like.
I agree.
That's high school.
Exactly. I agree. Coach Mark Lyons with Central Valley High School. The Warriors won a big game against Newcastle last week. We've got some players coming up. They're on the spot coming up. They're looking at me. They're a little worried. A couple of them have deer headlights. Look like deer in headlights, a couple of these guys. I don't know. I'm wondering who's going to be the talker and who's not. But they're coming on next. We're here on Coach's Corner on Beaver County Radio. We'll be back after these messages.
Beaver part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden or Aliquippa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
Did you know Fisher's New Brighton Foodland is as close as a click? That's right. You can order your groceries right from your home. Click grocerystorenewbrighton.com and fill your shopping cart up. It's just that easy. Or stop in to shop for your favorite items. They specialize in fresh meats, hoagies, bakery items, and of course the deli. Pick up a delicious hot meal to go like fried chicken dinners, and don't forget fried fish every Friday. Don't cook, make it a Foodland Day. Visit Fisher's New Brighton Foodland, your one stop to shop for all needs, or click grocerystorenewbrighton.com.
If you have big plans for this fall, like a new car or home remodeling project, but feel like it's getting a little late in the game and you're out of timeouts, it's time to call an audible, a 749 audible. This is Coach Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. 24-month personal loans are now available with approved credit from 7.49%. So get up to the line, the teller line that is, and call your own 749 audible. Stop in for details. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mitch Carver from Carver Construction. Playing a great football game takes teamwork, great leaders, and great individuals. As a former high school football coach myself, I know what it takes to win. I apply these same qualities to Carver Construction in New Brighton. Satisfying customers isn't anything new at Carver. We've been doing it since 1982 for both residential and commercial renovations. I'm behind every job we do, so I can guarantee you that every time you deal with us, you win. Call us or visit us at our website at carverconstructionpa.com.
It might be time to repair or replace that old garage door. Call on Robin and her team of expert installers at Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca. Dial 724-774-3200 and your door will work like a charm. Featuring CHI quality garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, and over 50 years experience, Robin and her team will get it done right. Electric Garage Door Sales. Give them a call at 724-774-3200 or find them online at electricgaragedoorsales.com.
Are you a believer?
Yes, I am a believer.
I am absolutely a believer.
I am a believer.
I'm a believer.
I'm a Bubba Beaver believer.
I'm a believer. Let's go.
Hurry in for the Labor Day sales event. Get 10% off MSRP on all new in-stock Compass, Cherokee, and Renegade models. Plus, get a new Grand Cherokee 4XE for just $469 a month. And as always, get guaranteed credit approval.
For the best deals and service, you know where to go. Become a believer at Beaver County Auto.
This football season, don't pass on McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Honest sales and 7 days a week emergency service have made them tops in their game for over 60 years. That's how long families just like yours have been relying on McGee for all their heating and cooling needs. Get ready now for the cooler days ahead and call McGee today at 724-375-7112. Serving the Beaver Valley, including Aliquippa, Monaca, Hopewell, and Center Township. McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated, Main Street, Aliquippa. Good luck to all the teams who visit the Gridiron this season from McGee Heating and Air Conditioning.
The local McDonald's restaurants are proud to be partners with Beaver County Radio in sponsoring Beaver County high school football games all season long. Stop in to any of the local McDonald's restaurants for everyday value items like 2 for $3 mix and match, sausage burritos, sausage McMuffin, and hash browns. Don't forget to download the app for extra special savings. Looking for a great part-time job? Text McHire.com today to apply. Good luck to all the Beaver County football teams this season from your local McDonald's restaurants. I'm loving it.
No matter what the circumstances, no matter the reason, one of the few things that is left when a loved one passes on are the memories. Memories is why many people have chosen J&J Spratt Funeral Home. A person's legacy depends on a lifetime of accomplishments and then how they are remembered. J&J Spratt Funeral Home has helped start the process of creating positive legacies for over 70 years. Visit jjsprattfh.com. Joseph M. Spratt, Supervisor and Funeral Director.
Does someone you know struggle to read? If so, there's tuition-free local help available. The Provident Charter School West at the former Quigley High School in Baden is helping students in grades 1st through 4th. Provident Charter School West teaches students with dyslexia so they can go back to their hometown schools and learn alongside their friends. Provident Charter School West is a tuition-free brick-and-mortar school for children in grades 1st through 4th who are below grade level in reading. For more information, go to providentcharterschool.org.
If you're a parent that's already watched plenty of youth baseball or soccer games, you know the value of teamwork. Whether it's the team on the field or your team of family members at home, strengthening that group can pay off in many ways. Keystone Wellness Programs is offering their free Strengthening Families program in Beaver County for families of children ages 10 to 14. Learn how to increase family bonding and communications, all while having fun together. Visit KeystoneWellnessPrograms.org for details.
Come on in. Back at Vesuvio's family restaurant here, Italian restaurant, it's more than just a pizza place. They've got everything you can think of, traditional Italian food. Look at the salad and the peppers, and they have done so much tremendous stuff. So glad to have them here. Vesuvio's Italian Restaurant.com. I can't speak. We're here with the Central Valley Warriors tonight. And next to me is Abram Tatolovich. Next to him is Marcus Lawson. And next to him is Ashawn Johnson. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Let's put this up close so we can hear you. Central Valley colors on. That's good. You guys came straight from practice.
Yes, sir.
Coach brought you here for a reason. You guys are leaders. You're a captain. Let's ask Abram first. What did it mean to you when you got named to be a captain?
When I got a captain, I felt honored, but it just really showed that the people I play with, they trust me.
So is it a team vote or is it a coach's thing?
Yeah, it's a team vote.
Team vote? So
Yep.
it's your teammates that vote you on that. So let me ask the same question to Marcus. How did you feel and to have your players, your teammates honor you like that?
I just felt appreciated that my teammates thought that way of me, and they chose me to lead them.
Abram, how about you?
It was good. I always wanted to be a leader for the team. You know, my guys picking me to help lead them to be better people and advance the season. It just showed me how much my team means to me, how much I want them to win.
Hey, Sean, you play middle linebacker and tight end. Talk to me about, in your groups, whether it's on defense or offense, and younger kids messing up, not paying attention to coach, stuff like that. Are you more of a guy that's leading by example, or are you the kind of guy that's going to grab a kid and say, look, you better straighten out?
I like to say I do a little bit of both. You know, if there's somebody out there who's messing up, yeah, Coach Mark will give him, he'll give him a little talking to. But when they come on the sideline and, they're down, I go over to them. I try to help them out whatever way I can. Like, oh, you did this wrong. Let me help you. Let me get you right with this. And, I help them by showing them what's the right thing to do.
Marcus, let me ask you now. You're wide receiver and you're, would you say safety?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you're more on the skill position side. But what's it mean to you that the coach said that it's a team thing and it's a players thing, and they stand back a little bit now more, and you guys are kind of running things, and it's kind of always been that way at Central Valley where it's a players-driven thing. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, there's a lot of young kids on the team, and we have to just show them the way. They act out of line. There's not much yelling, show them what to do, pay attention. But, yeah, just lead by example.
Abram, you've watched this team since you were a young kid. It's been successful. They've won championships. You've been successful on this team and had a winning culture. What's it take as a leader now to keep that winning culture? Is there any secret to it? Is there anything that the public doesn't see?
There is no secret. It's just hard work. We come to practice every day, get prepared for the game, and we go out there and do our thing.
Abram, let's say it's Friday night. Your coach said, it's a special atmosphere. You got that big flag. You got the fire engines. You got the band, the cheerleaders, the kids. There's so much stuff. I love that the kids run out there with you. And there's so much stuff. But what's it like coming down that ramp and coming out on there that it cheers of the fans? Is there any one thing that really makes you feel special about that?
There's not one thing. It's just the whole atmosphere. Everyone there is just supporting you and just watching you on Friday nights.
So, Marcus, let me ask you, you play on both sides of the ball. Would you prefer scoring the winning touchdown and having all the girls like you, or would you prefer hitting a guy and preventing the guy from scoring the winning touchdown in a championship game?
Definitely the second one.
Stopping guys.
Definitely.
I love it because most guys, 80% of the people say scoring a touchdown, but you'd rather hit a guy and stop a guy.
Yeah,
That's awesome. You're a defense guy, number one?
Nah, I'm an offensive guy, but, I'm not too big, but I still like hitting people.
You like hitting people?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Sean, do you like hitting people, or do you prefer, same question to you, would you rather be the star and catching the ball, or would you rather stop somebody? What do you think?
As a good friend of mine would say, I love to lay the boom.
Oh.
Somebody's coming at me, my first instinct is lower my shoulder and try to drive him first.
I like that. Well, I may as well ask you the same thing, Abram. You're on both sides of the ball as well. What do you think?
I'd definitely say the second one.
Wow, everybody from Central Valley, the team guys. So a total team answer. I really like that. So let's ask about you guys coming up in the future. You're all seniors. You're in your senior year. You got a lot of stuff coming at you. You got plans of what's going to happen after high school, whether you go to college, whether you go to trade school, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to play ball in college. Let's talk about what you have in your mind after this year. What are you going to do?
Okay, so after this year, I'll probably go to a 4-year school, probably like business or something, and then I have a family business, so after a university, I'll go to a mortuary school.
Okay, so you plan on following in your family's footsteps?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good for you. Now let's ask that same exact question, Marcus. What do you think? What's in your future?
I'm still undecided, but
Okay.
I would love to do something that has to do with sports.
Okay.
Maybe sports medicine.
How about okay? I was going to say sports agent. Maybe you can be my agent and get me a better gig than this.
That sounds good too.
Yeah, there you go. I'll look you up someday in the future. Okay. Now, same question, hey Sean. What do you think? You're 6, 7, 8 years from now. What do you plan to be doing with your life?
I mean, the end goal is obviously to end up in the NFL, but
No doubt. Okay.
if that doesn't work out, I always had a thing for helping other people, so I want to do something with medical and nursing
Okay.
and something like that.
Good for you, guys. That's really, really good. You guys have been tremendous. The linemen are laughing over here at the skill guys, but I think I'm gonna torture those guys when they come. You guys agree with that? I mean, they're coming up. I mean, these two guys. The McCreary kid's gonna get it.
Give it to him.
He's gonna get it. Last question for you guys before we go to our next break. Let's talk about school support. Let's talk about you guys in school. When I was in school, of course, everybody looked up to the athletes, and some of them deserved it, some of them didn't. But from talking to your coach, from everything I've read and known, you guys deserve that respect. You guys aren't bad kids. You're not out there getting in trouble. What's it mean to you to have kids in school, or even the little kids, the junior high, the grade school kids, looking up to you?
I mean, it's always great to have support. I mean, from the fans to people in school. I mean, we have a great student section, so I think it's great to have support.
Marcus?
Same thing. It's definitely really good to have support, just like a backbone, someone to be there.
Hey, Sean, what's it mean to have the little kids come up to you? Ever anybody ask you for an autograph? Any little kids yet?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool with somebody asking you for an autograph, isn't it?
I always feel bad telling some little kid he can't have my gloves after a game or something like that.
Because it's your only gloves.
I don't got Coach Mark paying for my
Maybe someday
gloves.
after you're a senior, your last game, maybe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, have you ever been anywhere in time where somebody notices you, like you're out in public and somebody says, "Hey, you play for Central Valley"? Anybody ever done that yet?
I wish my fame went out that far, but it's mostly stuck in.
Ever notice you guys out?
No one.
So it's more like you're the nameless, faceless Central Valley. You're not. There's no real true star that's like, oh my God, look, it's Marcus. He's out there. Like if you go to a pizza place, or you're out with your friends. People don't say, "Hey, that's a Central Valley kid."
No, not unless you're wearing
Not
this.
unless you're wearing the gear.
Yeah.
People giving you high fives and everything like that. Well, you guys have been tremendous, good young men. We really appreciate it. We're going to take another break here on Coach's Corner. We've got the linemen coming up next. It's a Central Valley Warriors edition of Coach's Corner here at Vesuvio's Italian Restaurant in Center Township.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
Choose your path at Community College of Beaver County and start learning for real life at a realistic cost. CCBC's 2-year degree programs get you trained and earning a salary in less time and with less debt. Programs in aviation, nursing, education, process technology, criminal justice, and more will prepare you for a real future. You belong here. Apply now or learn more at ccbc.edu.
The award-winning Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston provides a delicious family dining experience. Grand Valley Inn is a great place for a party or event. They have banquet rooms for small and large gatherings. Fish and Friday night football go great together in Beaver County. The Grand Valley Inn has great fish and seafood specials on Fridays, live music on the weekends through October, and trivia night on Thursdays. Follow Grand Valley Inn on Facebook to keep up with all the fun. That's Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston.
A Beaver County high school football season is here. Players protect that beautiful smile with a visit to your hometown dentist, Dr. Peter Montini and his team at St. Barnabas Dental. While tackling tooth decay is number one in the game plan, Dr. Montini offers a wide array of services, including custom-fitted athletic mouth guards, clear aligner orthodontics, virtually painless injections, and same-day crowns. Call or text 724-495-3350 to schedule your appointment today. St. Barnabas Dental in Beaver, creating beautiful smiles for life.
After any big game, people will be talking. This is Ellen Bross from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. The same is true when you get your new vehicle from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Neighbors, friends, and co-workers will notice the new winning style reflected in the car, truck, or SUV you just got from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Located on University Boulevard, across from Robert Morris. Click and save at moonford.com and discover what the talk is all about. Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
The pregame show will set the stage for the upcoming game coverage. A pre-career start at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center can set up your high school student for life. I'm Vince Crateri, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center with great news. There is still time for this school year in some of our top earning career training programs, but you must act now. Have your child or grandchild see their school counselor today. Hurry, classroom space is limited, and these prime opportunities are on a first-come, first-served basis. Let the Beaver County CTC open doors for you in the game of life. Click bcctc.org.
Being part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden-Marilaquippa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
At Pittsburgh Bay's Goldberg, Persky, and White, we've helped thousands of former Babcock & Wilcox and J&L Steel employees receive compensation for their asbestos-caused lung cancer or mesothelioma. Since the time from asbestos exposure to disease diagnosis spans decades, many do not realize their illness was caused by asbestos. To find out if you are entitled to compensation, call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX or visit online at gpwlaw.com. Did you know Fisher's New Brighton Foodland is as close as a click? That's right. You can order your groceries right from your home. Click GroceryStoreNewBrighton.com and fill your shopping cart up. It's just that easy. Or stop in to shop for your favorite items. They specialize in fresh meats, hoagies, bakery items, and of course the deli. Pick up a delicious hot meal to go like fried chicken dinners, and don't forget fried fish every Friday. Don't cook, make it a Foodland Day. Visit Fisher's New Brighton Foodland, your one stop to shop for all needs, or click GroceryStoreNewBrighton.com.
Hey, we're back at Vesuvio's Italian Restaurant in Center Township with the Central Valley Warriors. We're with linemen now. The guys thought it was pretty funny when I was talking to their teammates. Next to me is Tyler Costanza, and next to him is Nick McCreary. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
So you're part of this Central Valley tradition, this program. You guys are both offensive and defensive linemen. You guys are the guys that don't get a lot of glory sometimes. I think within your team, parents, coaches, they all know the work you put in. But when it comes to the name in the paper and the guys that are getting the headlines, you don't get them. The anonymity, I don't even know if I say the word right. Who's the scholar here? Did I say it right? Anonymity. Hey, thanks, Curtis. I can't speak English well. How's it feel knowing that you don't get a ton of thankfulness from a lot of people, but you guys do a ton of work?
Man, I'm fine with it.
Get up here.
I'm fine with it, man. When it comes down to it, we have to put in the work regardless if we get the fame or not.
So being a captain, hard work, is that something you try to instill on the young linemen, the freshmen, the sophomore, the guys that'll be taking your place in a few years?
Yes, sir.
You're a leader. You more of a quiet leader, or you kind of guy that lets people know when things are going wrong?
I'm a mix of both. When it gets to a certain point, I'm definitely going to say something, but I try to lead up by example at first.
Mr. McCreary, Nick McCreary, let's talk about you now. You've said you've always wanted to be a lineman.
Yep.
So when you were a little guy and you're coming to the Central Valley games and you're part of that tradition of what's going on, you looked up to the linemen, or did you look up to the receivers, or what did you look at?
Well, I watched most of the linemen just because my dad was
a lineman,
the lineman coach.
And he's a line coach.
Yeah.
So you've been coached by your dad your whole life.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What's it like to have your dad as a coach, and then you got to go home, and then you got to, maybe if you did something wrong, you got to hear about it? Or is he constructive criticism at home? Or is he on you about mistakes? Or talk to us about it. Be honest. He's sitting right behind you, but be careful now. I need honest answers.
I mean, he's like a coach 24/7.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I see him at school. He's the principal of the high school.
Right.
I see him at football. See him at home. I mean, he's coach 24/7.
So you can't wait till next year. Let me guess, you're going to Hawaii next year.
You're operating a family business.
So you're going right from here to run the family business? Are you going to go to school, or what are you going to do?
Right from here to run the family business.
Right to help run the family business.
Yep.
Okay, good. So you're going to take over someday.
Yep.
Any big changes coming to the business when you take over? What's your idea?
I might expand a little bit.
Expand outside of Beaver County a little bit.
Yeah.
With a couple bigger mowers, some bigger things,
newer things.
So you think that high school education is going to be smarter than what your dad's done all these years? You're going to take over and just boom, just like that.
I'd like to think that.
Yeah, you got big dreams, and I like it, Nick. Tyler, let's talk about you. After this year, what are your plans for next year and the year after?
I'm still undecided, but I'd love to play football in college.
Have you anybody looking at you? Put this up closer, buddy. There you go. It's not going to hurt you. It won't bite you. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any schools you want to go to? Any schools you looked at? What do you want to do besides football? Because football ends someday.
Yeah, of course.
What do you want to do after that?
I'll definitely just try to get my degree in something and try and go and get a nice job.
Okay. So, all right. Maybe you'll go to college and then you can be Nick's boss, maybe?
Maybe.
You'll come back in after 4 years and you'll come in and Mr. McCreary, Sean will hire you to be the boss, to take over and be his. How would you like to be Nick's boss? Tell me the first thing you'd do if you got hired to be his boss. What would you do?
I'd make him bust his behind.
That's it. Make him do all the dirty jobs, clean the mowers?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Sorry we're getting off of football, Nick, but what's the dirtiest job at your father's business? What's the job that you've had to do? I know you've had to do since you're 12.
Probably working with dirt, any type of dirt.
Any kind of dirt?
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like being a lineman. Now, even though you're not playing on dirt much anymore, you guys are down and dirty. You're blocking for people. What's it feel like when you block for one of your teammates and you open up a hole and a guy busts through that hole and then busts up a linebacker? How do you feel sitting back here watching him fly?
I love it. I love watching it. I've done it several times. I just love it.
Okay. Let's go back here to Tyler. Tyler, do you prefer offense or defense, or is it both the same?
I love playing defense.
Love playing defense?
Yes.
Love when a guy comes at you, tackle him, put him down?
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Nick? Do you like busting a guy up coming through the line, or you like opening up the holes?
I'm an offensive guy. I like scoring.
Okay, so now it comes to the question. This is what I'm dying to know. You guys ever square off against each other in practice?
During camp we did.
Okay, so be honest. You guys went at each other 10 times. Is it going to be a draw, or are you going to bust him up, or is he going to get you? Let's be honest.
I'd say it's pretty even.
You think so?
Nick might give me one more time than I get.
Have you ever put him down? Be honest.
Nope.
No, it's an even draw with
Never
you guys.
have. It's an even draw.
Man, you guys don't want to talk on each other. That's okay. Guys, let's talk about your fans. We talked to your teammates about support. What's it mean to you guys coming down that? Again, you guys it's a tremendous atmosphere. It's electric there. And it's going to be even more electric next month when you guys play Aliquippa at home. It's going to be crazy. It was crazy last year.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, this rivals, you guys don't understand. I've been to a lot of college games. There are small college games that don't rival what happens at your games, at your home games. What's it mean to you guys to come down there and see all those fans, those kids, all the support you get? Nick, what do you think?
I love it. I think it's fun. I mean, it's a great atmosphere. It's great. It's great to play in. Good time.
Tyler?
It definitely gets your adrenaline going. Like you're ready to go when you see all those fans come out.
So let's say, guys, you're playing. You guys are used to a winning atmosphere. There's been a few games here and there that have been tough. Last year's Aliquippa game was tough. When things go bad, when things aren't, when there's a struggle or there's a problem, what are the coaches telling you, and what happens to make you guys realize that there are going to be some down times as well? How do you guys get over a tough loss?
We just try to stay calm. We know we have to bounce back, but we're going to be ready to work no matter win, loss, or draw.
Nick, how about you?
I mean, really the same thing. It's just that you got to let it go. The next day it's got to be gone.
Okay, I didn't ask your teammates about this, but let's say, in a couple of months, 3 months, whatever it is, middle of December, after the playoffs, you guys are done playing football, your high school career is over. What do you guys do on it? What do you do on a Friday night? What do you do for fun away from sports? Don't say cut grass, Nick. Your dad's here. I don't care. What? Play video games, go out with your friends, spend time with family, relax, watch movies. What do you like to do?
I spend time with my family and friends and just relax, go to the gym once in a while.
So you're a big gym guy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you, buddy? What do you like to do?
I love chilling with my family,
Chilling with the family?
I love relaxing. I love going out with my friends.
You like to nap a lot. You look like a napper.
Oh, yeah.
If I could take a nap right now, I would.
Oh, me too.
So what happens if you're tired? What happens if you told me, let's get back to the football. You told me you have to run on and off the field. What happens in practice or in a game if a kid's a little lazy? Is it the players yelling at him or the coaches saying?
I think everyone will.
Everybody's on somebody if you're being a little bit lazy.
Yep.
Okay, I get it. You guys want to say hi to anybody? Is there anybody special out there you want to say hi to? To watching? Since you're the first time you're getting interviewed, or have you been interviewed before?
We got interviewed Sunday, was it?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh man! So you guys are famous before you got to me. What's up with that? So you're telling me you got some fame already?
I guess so.
Man, dude. So is there anybody you want to say hello to? Any shout-outs?
Not that I can think of right now.
You can't say hi to mom, dad, family, aunt, uncle, girlfriend, anybody? Nobody special. Anything.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Man, how about you? Don't say dad.
My mom and my dad's already here, so maybe my grandparents.
Do you smile 24/7?
Smile a lot.
You're smiling a lot.
Yeah.
You're like a little worried. You can't wait to get to that piece of bread you got in your hand.
I'm hungry. I've held it the whole time.
Did they feed you at the McCreary house? I mean, you've eaten. I can't. I was told that the kitchen said, "Don't get any more out there." That McCreary kid's just eating everything.
Yeah, they feed me.
That's all right, man. I like to have fun. We have a lot of fun with you guys. We try to keep it fun, try to keep it good. Central Valley here in the house, Vesuvio's restaurant. We got one more segment to go, and it's Coach's Corner here on Beaver County Radio.
If you have big plans for this fall, like a new car or home remodeling project, but feel like it's getting a little late in the game and you're out of timeouts, it's time to call an audible, a 749 audible. This is Coach Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. 24-month personal loans are now available with approved credit from 7.49%. So get up to the line, the teller line that is, and call your own 749 audible. Stop in for details. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mitch Carver from Carver Construction. Playing a great football game takes teamwork, great leaders, and great individuals. As a former high school football coach myself, I know what it takes to win. I apply these same qualities to Carver Construction in New Brighton. Satisfying customers isn't anything new at Carver. We've been doing it since 1982 for both residential and commercial renovations. I'm behind every job we do, so I can guarantee you that every time you deal with us, you win. Call us or visit us at our website at carverconstructionpa.com.
It might be time to repair or replace that old garage door. Call on Robin and her team of expert installers at Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca. Dial 724-774-3200 and your door will work like a charm. Featuring CHI quality garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, and over 50 years experience, Robin and her team will get it done right. Electric Garage Door Sales. Give them a call at 724-774-3200 or find them online at electricgarageDoorsales.com.
Are you a believer?
Yes, I am a believer.
I am absolutely a believer.
I am a believer.
I'm a believer.
I'm a Bubba Beaver believer.
I'm a believer. Let's go.
Hurry in for the Labor Day sales event. Get 10% off MSRP on all new in-stock Compass, Cherokee, and Renegade models. Plus, get a new Grand Cherokee 4XE for just $469 a month. And as always, get guaranteed credit approval.
For the best deals and service, you know where to go. Become a believer at Beaver County Auto.
The local McDonald's restaurants are proud to be partners with Beaver County Radio in sponsoring Beaver County high school football games all season long. Stop in to any of the local McDonald's restaurants for everyday value items like 2 for $3 mix and match, sausage burritos, sausage McMuffin, and hash browns. Don't forget to download the app for extra special savings. Looking for a great part-time job? Text McHire.com today to apply. Good luck to all the Beaver County football teams this season from your local McDonald's restaurants. I'm loving it.
This football season, don't pass on McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Honest sales and 7 days a week emergency service have made them tops in their game for over 60 years. That's how long families just like yours have been relying on McGee for all their heating and cooling needs. Get ready now for the cooler days ahead and call McGee today at 724-375-7112. Serving the Beaver Valley including Aliquippa, Monaca, Hopewell, and Center Township. McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated, Main Street, Aliquippa. Good luck to all the teams who visit the Gridiron this season from McGee Heating and Air Conditioning.
Do you know a child who struggles to read? If so, the tuition-free brick-and-mortar Provident Charter School West is here to help. The Provident Charter School West in Baden is helping children from 1st grade through 4th learn to overcome dyslexia so they can return to their hometown schools and graduate with their friends. Provident Charter School West meets the needs of children with dyslexia so they can become the inventors and educators of tomorrow. For more information, visit providentcharterschool.org.
Okay, we're back. We're back. Coach's Corner here. The last segment here at Vesuvio's Italian Restaurant, and we are with Jared Spaziano. Did I say that right?
Spaziani, yes.
Spaziani.
Yes, close.
Why did I say? Oh, I am so sorry.
No,
Jared
that's
Spaziani,
okay.
One of the co-owners of this place, 40 years running. And it's a family business. You own it with your dad and uncle. Talk about them first.
Correct. Yes. So I own it with my dad and my uncle. It's been a beautiful thing. I love working with family. I love working with them. In 1955, our relatives in Toronto opened up the first Vesuvios. And in the early 80s, my uncle and my dad went up. They saw how successful it was, and they kind of learned the business from them. Came back down here, and in 83, they opened up our location, which was in GB Plaza, which is now Walmart Plaza.
So a lot of people coming in and out of here for pizza, which is a big thing, obviously. But you also have other things besides pizza. It's not just a pizza restaurant. You can get tomato salad, Greek salad, vegetable salad. There's so many things here, hoagies. It's a true family restaurant, a true family Italian restaurant.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm looking through there, chicken parm, veal parm, shrimp dinners. There's pretty much nothing that's not made that you can't find in any true Italian restaurant.
Yes, sir. Almost all of the recipes come from my grandma.
Right.
She's 92 years old.
And she's still here.
She's still here. She does helps us with.
Is she here now?
She's not here. Oh, she better be at home relaxing right now.
She's watching?
Knowing her, she's probably watching Italian TV right now.
Okay, that's okay. Well, she'll rewatch this to see you.
Yeah, she will.
Not the not the Central Valley kids.
Oh, she's a football fan.
Is she a football fan?
Yeah,
does she go
absolutely.
to Central Valley games?
She doesn't.
What does she think of Mark Lyons as a coach? Tell us the truth. What does she think about him?
She loves him.
She loves him?
She loves him. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she
I cannot find anybody to say a bad thing about him.
He's all that she talks about while we're rolling Yankees.
Wow, here we go. I like
all
it.
All good things. So, but yeah, all the recipes come from her, and and everything's good here. You know?
What if there's one thing that this place is known for, that people come for. Let's face it, people go to restaurants and travel for food. I do. A lot of people do. People probably come from other places and say, we heard about this. What is a dish that you guys make that people come for?
Listen, if it was up to me, I would say pizza because I am pizza guy. But,
Right.
you know,
But the pizza's
my
good.
wife would say lasagna. You know, she
Lasagna.
absolutely loves lasagna. I think we sell a ton of lasagna, gnocchis. There's no one single dish, but those would be probably at the top. And so is our Alfredo.
So lasagna, Alfredo. There's so many things on here that I really like. So tell the people the hours you guys are open, what days and what your hours are.
So we are open 7 days a week, and we open at 11. We close around 9, and that would be Monday through Saturday. Sunday we open at 12, and we close at 8.
What's your busiest day?
Oh my goodness, we're pretty consistent, but I would definitely say it would be the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So on a lighter side, when you see the Central Valley kids come in, do you got everybody in the kitchen go, oh my God, the McCreary kids here. We got to really start preparing more food, or what? I mean, what happens?
Whatever it takes, you know. I mean, we just want them to keep winning games. You know what I mean? That's all we want. So whatever they want, we'll make sure we make it good.
So from wide and far, people come to here. Let's talk about your website again. It is
Vesuvio's ItalianRestaurant.com.
And that gives the whole menu and the whole thing. And if people want to order, they just call in. What's the phone number to people to call in?
It'd be 724-728-9210, and we do to-goes, deliveries, and in-house.
And you have deliveries, your own delivery service, or do you deliver?
Oh no, we have our own delivery service. Yes.
So
we
you
stretch
probably
ourselves as thin as we can just to please as many people as possible.
I'm guessing you've probably delivered and grown up in a bit. How old were you when you first started working with your dad and uncle?
You know what? At the old place, I was always in there. I didn't start here until about 2009, 2010. I didn't become an owner until about 7 years ago.
Okay.
But you know, this place has been it's been everything to me. Growing up, it was like the movie Goodfellas. I'd come in through the back with my friends, and my uncle would treat me so good. And
that's
you know,
awesome.
It's great memories.
So you grew up in the business and
absolutely
and continue the tradition at Vesuvio's restaurant. Well, I'd like to thank everybody here today. I want to thank Jared Spaziani, co-owner of Vesuvio's restaurant. I want to thank the fellas, Marcus Lawson, Abram Tatalovich, Tyler Costanza, Nick McCreary, and Ashawn Johnson. Let's hear a hand for you guys. Woo! Beautiful. Thanks to the coaches, Mark Lyons. And we didn't get a chance to talk to Mr. McCreary, but I was a little afraid he'd pump his business a little bit too much, and we can't have that right now. And but that's okay. We're just joking around. Thanks also to the guys behind the scenes, people that you don't see a lot of. I want to thank Curtis Walsh behind the scenes. Also back in the studio, Ryan Garazunas and Gary Miller as well. I'm Mike Azadian. It has been another edition of Coach's Corner. Join us again next week. And for now, go Warriors.
Copico's Pizza on the corner of 3rd and 8th Street in New Brighton uses the best ingredients in Beaver County. That's Kopickos. Copico's, where you can dine in, take out, or order online. Copico's has great lunch specials on junior pizzas, burgers and fries, Italian hoagies, and fish and chicken sandwiches. Copico's makes their own dough and unique sauce from scratch daily. Get 25% off wings with any pizza order at Copicos.com. That's Copico's Pizza in New Brighton, a taste above the rest.
Choose your path at Community College of Beaver County and start learning for real life at a realistic cost. CCBC's 2-year degree programs get you trained and earning a salary in less time and with less debt. Programs in aviation, nursing, education, process technology, criminal justice, and more will prepare you for a real future. You belong here. Apply now or learn more at ccbc.edu.